Hello, my name is Pleshette Bevelle, and I'm the owner of Uniquely Yours Events, and we're located in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. I've always planned weddings for family members and friends, but I've planned weddings professionally for about 4 years now. I would describe my style as being modern, chic, savvy, with a little bit of traditional flair mixed with it. Pretty much my signature style, I don't know if I really have a signature style, but I do know that I can pretty much find inspiration in just about anything. I've planned several weddings, but to date I've planned over 400 weddings and counting. As a wedding planner, my job is to fix whatever may arise. Just recently I took on a wedding a month ago, and basically she hired a planner that did not follow up with vendors, did not confirm dates or times, or just was not very detail oriented. And basically she called me the week of the wedding. We had to go in and confirm all the vendors, confirm with the venue, the setup times, the catering, the floors, pretty much everything involved with the wedding. And the day of the wedding, about 4 hours before the wedding, we arrived and realized that the catering company did not provide tablecloths. So to her surprise, a family member was just going to go out and grab some paper tablecloths, and I just thought that was tacky. So my assistant and I, we basically came in. We not only delivered the tablecloths, but we added overlays, we provided chair covers, and we basically made it just elegant, and she did not expect that. And I think that was the saving grace for her. It really changed her event. It changed the look of it, the style of it, and she loved it. Currently, I'm working on weddings for the summer, for the fall, and actually for 2011, and I'm actually working on a Hindu wedding for next year. One of the most unique weddings that I've ever worked on or planned was an actual Hindu wedding. It had over 700 people. The photographers were flown in from New York, India. There was an Indian band. We had Indian caterers. We had the Hindu artists. Basically, it was just awesome from beginning to end. The colors, the fabrics, the whole ceremonial aspect of it was just unbelievable. It was over the top, and it was amazing. For the most part, weddings are pretty smooth. I mean, as long as you follow the details, if you're on top of that, they're pretty much smooth. You don't really run into too many problems. But I do recall the time where I planned a wedding for a bride that her family didn't like me, and they didn't like the groom, which was really odd. Because generally, I usually don't have a problem with the family disliking me, but in this case, they wanted another family member to plan the wedding. And the bride just didn't want that. She just really didn't want the family involved. Basically, what they would do would change the setup. We would actually go in and have everything set for the ceremony. And basically, they would come in after everybody had left and add whatever they wanted to add to it and take away whatever they wanted to take away. And then they would basically blame me for it and say, well, your wedding planner did this, or your wedding planner did that. I mean, it was even ridiculous to the point where at the reception, we planned for 300 people, and the mother and the sister actually invited an additional 100 plus, and they were not a part of the RSVP. And the mother came to me and said, well, how are you going to fix this? We're going to run out of food. Luckily, the caterer, I knew him. I'd worked with him and his company, and needless to say, they saved the day for me because they did not allow me to run out of food. What I find that's stressful when planning a wedding basically is making sure everybody's happy. Not so much of executing the plan or making sure that the details are completed. It's making sure the bride and the groom is happy and hoping that their day is what they envision and that it's memorable for them. Every profession has its challenges. As a wedding planner, what I find most challenging to me is working with a budget that is not really big in terms of what can be spent on certain items. And basically, it's a challenge because you have only a small amount of money to work with, and you're trying to incorporate and get creative to make the wedding exactly what the bride and groom want. And you have to come up with creative ways and know how to make the budget work and to make their dreams still come true on that budget. My main goal as a wedding planner is to make sure that the couple receives the best value for their money, for their budget, and still have that wow factor. I think when you stay in your budget and you plan and you work creatively, then you can make that happen. I think I should be chosen as one of the wedding planners for whose wedding is it anyway, because I think that in my own way, I think my own style is unique, and I think it's creative. And I think being from the South, you don't really get to see what we can actually do, all of our beautiful venues, our beautiful outdoor landscapes that we have all of our weddings. And I think that America needs to see that, and I think America needs to see me being me and having a little bit of Southern hospitality.